So basically, if you take what I said up there, and you take this term, Macbanac, which is like a way of them saying they're holy of holies in a way, take it with what the White House, the White Horse, I now believe that that has a lot to do with the wound of the eye. Now, that's why the Antichrist Trump just said, when I look at all the people that hate me, I still just think I'm sitting in the Oval Office. He's saying something esoteric to those other ones. And that's why he's sending money to Argentina and doing all this, because it's no different than when they got chased out after World War II. These are the same freaks. Project Paperclip was a way to incept the Hivite, the hive mind. That's why Elon comes from Africa. That's why so much of the stuff we were told about the slave trade and all that is just lies to make a victim out of someone who's actually an oppressor. Okay? That's Trump's whole thing. So you take it there, but there's this occult order of Oculus that comes out of Chicago, right? I personally think they became the I Am cult of Mount Shasta. From my research, that's what I've led to. You know, there's little subtle things like how many people have I Am Cardi B. Cardi B is also a name, or Cardia is the name of a hinge demon, like a demon over hinges. So they got all this Haitian witchcraft, Celtic witchcraft, and they all come together. They're a death cult, and they worship saints, and they occupy people's minds with these dead people, with these passed on to send energy. It's sorcery that's going back and forth between the veil, Ovil, Oveil, Oveil, Oval. You get it? Oh. And then it all starts, and then you think of the wound, and I can tell this is scaring someone right now. You guys' fear is just, they leak it through these devices because they're always sucking, but God is using it against them. And one of the things that their big thing is how'd they institutionalize so many people at the beginning of this Industrial Revolution? It was the people that weren't, it was the Christians that weren't going to go along with it, that knew this was lies, that knew that, you know, look up the Ethiopians. They used to call that Abyssinia, Abyss, Sin, IA, AI. AI is nothing new. I personally believe in the Old Testament, when they went up against that city, they had some kind of technology. And why were they unable to defeat the chariots? Why does the Bible say some trust in chariots and some trust in God? Because they do etheric manipulations with these machines. They're wicked. I don't want them around. God gave us horses for a reason. Now they got horsepowers in the car, and what we could pipe vapor into the engine straight in, and we would get extra 50 to 100 miles a gallon. What's all that excess energy being stored in the engine going out the exhaust? Why do they have all the planes down? Because all their little cloaking mechanisms are down now. People be up there like, what is going on? They've been pretending to be in heaven, in my opinion. They've been faking heaven to all of their little things. And Satan's been lying the whole way. Can you imagine having to explain that lie? This is why Isaiah 14 comes in very interesting. Hell is moved from beneath to meet thee at thy coming. It stirreth up the dead for thee. Well, what is going on? Now, if you want connection there, read 2nd Esdras, chapter 7, and you'll get a better idea of what actually happens after someone dies. Okay, that's why they hid that. They really needed to keep 2nd Esdras to themselves because they want to be the masters of death and hold the keys. They don't hold the keys to nothing. They just hold the keys to their own lies and lies and lies. All they do is lie.